Alright, Shalom. Before I begin this video, all praise, honor, and glory goes unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Makakadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, GMS, who rule well and teach well, and taught us his truth, as well as the sincere salutations to the elder bishops, along with you brothers who are laboring all throughout the four winds of the earth, bringing out the doctrine of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and sincerity in the faith. To you, I say Shalom. And the title of this lesson is We Do Not Associate with MLK and All You Other Coons. Alright? Because yesterday, MLK Day, you had a bunch of MLK marches throughout the country. Just a lot of information was coming out about MLK, and I had watched just a brief. It was like a movie series called I Am MLK. I believe that's what it was called, and just was watching it for like maybe 30 minutes. I was just thinking about ML Coon, and just thinking about how what he was doing. Ultimately, it's against the scriptures, because he ultimately wanted to be in league with his enemy. He wanted to, see eye to eye with his enemy. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and read just this quick precept. First Timothy 6, and I'm gonna start at 1. And it says, "Let as many servants as are under the yoke count their own masters worthy of all honor, that the name of Yahweh Shem Shai and his doctrine be not blasphemed." So, as much as people get upset when we say this, MLK was not a prophet of Yahweh Shem Shai. Therefore, he was a false prophet. This nigga was in league with the church, white Jesus, so on and so forth. So really, he was just a distraction for our people, man. He says, "And they that have believing masters, let them not despise them, because they are brethren, but rather do them service, because they are faithful and beloved, partakers of the benefit. These things teach and exhort." So, starting off with the elder apostles of Great Millstone, right, who rule well and teach, who rule well and teach well. Right, we're teaching the doctrine that was given to them by the men that came before them: King Masha, High Priest Ariah, High Priest Yaiqua, right? Abba Bivens, High Priest Abba Bivens. Right, these are men that came, before the elder apostles, right, and laid the, the groundwork, if you will. First Timothy 6 and 2. Right, the last part here. These things teach and exhort. So that's why we constantly give double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Right, we teach in the format that they've set up. Right, because we know that it comes from Yahweh Shem Shai. First Timothy 6 and 3. "If any man teach otherwise," right, including Martin Luther Coon, right? I'm about to sound like the elder apostles, Reverend Jesse Jackass. Al Sharp tongue, you know, which Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, coons, coon niggas, and you know, Jake, Jake ain't seen a hard day. Speaking about them too, they ain't seen a hard day since the '60s, man. They living good, all off the demise and the hope of the Israelites. See, because you Israelites believe that one day, right? I have a dream. You believe that one day Esau Edom is just gonna forget about everything, stop having you in captivity, you know. That, and in fact, y'all are gonna be equals. That's a joke. This is the damn devil. Esau Edom, the self-proclaimed, you know, so-called white man. He don't want to be anywhere near you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. He wants to be high above you, unreachable, right? Starting off with the international bankers, they believe that they you know are beyond y'all. You can't even look their way, and that's how these Joe Six-Pack Edomites feel too. You can feel that when you go out, you know, you go to the store, whatever the case is. You can see these Edomites. You can see how they feel about you, right? They be trying to, you know, mean mug, nose all up in the air, chest all out. Which once again, we gonna continue to say that shit don't work on us. You can puff your chest out as hard as you want to. You can make your damn nose, you know, go above your damn ears. Prop yourself up, puff up. It don't matter. We know that you're the Edomites. You're gonna be slaves soon. So, you know, you cut the tough shit. Yet he has this rulership mentality, which, hey, that's great. That's good. That just goes to show the times that we in. We in the time of Esau Edom. He had his ultimate height when it comes to pride. Right? So that's just an indicator of the times that we in. That's a good thing. Be more proud. You're not proud enough. Get more proud. You know, because the higher they are, you know, the harder they fall. 1 Timothy 6:3. If any man teach otherwise and consent not to wholesome words. Yeah, what are the wholesome words? Esau, Edom in captivity, you other nations in captivity, the Israelites, okay, ruling up under Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Those are wholesome words. Alright. You damn devils in the kingdom getting tortured. That's wholesome words. Right? Not no damn coming together. We can't come together with these damn devils, man. 1 Timothy 6:3. If any man teach otherwise and consent not to wholesome words, even the words of our Lord Yahushua HaMashiach, and to the doctrine which is according to godliness. Yeah, so the doctrine. All right, we not trying to be buddy with these damn devils, with these heathens. We not trying to, you know, be best friends with the other nations. All right, y'all are beneath us. Y'all are below us. Okay, and if that's the case, then that means that we are above you. How are we supposed to be equal? How are we supposed to be equal to these damn devils when the Lord hates them? Let's get it. Which I was going to Malachi, but I'm gonna read Romans 9 and 13. It says, Romans 9 and 13, it says, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, right? Jacob being the Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Right? Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. So Esau, Edom, the entire nation, you so-called white people, right? The Lord hates you, and we hate you. See, it's a real hate for you fucking devils, man. And you ain't seen hate yet. You gonna see hate in the kingdom when we got y'all in fucking chains. We can't do nothing now. We can't do nothing now. It's all good. But in the kingdom, oh, it's on and popping. All right, Malachi 1 and 1, the burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. Yeah, and this is burden. This is a burden. This is a burden, having to look at Esau, Edom rule, and then for him to turn around, and say, well, now we've achieved MLK's dream, right? We've achieved MLK's dream. You know, Jake want to act like everything's all good now. And Jake, you know, you have these Israelites who live in just an example, a few different states like Montana, you know, North Dakota. You have different Jakes that, you know, live in these kind of rural places. And some of these Jakes will tell you, oh, you know, I've never experienced racism. I've never experienced racism. I've never, you know, get the fuck out of here, man. These devils, they don't fool with you. And they never will. And that's a delusional nigga. Any nigga who has said he has never experienced racism, he a liar. You a fucking liar. Here it is. Jacob be 72 years old. I ain't never experienced racism. You know, so from the time you was born all the way to 72, you ain't felt a lick of racism. You ain't had nobody cut their eyes at you. You ain't had nobody talk slick. Because these devils, they'll talk slick. This their kingdom. So they get away with saying a lot of out of pocket, off the wall shit. And let them. Let them. Go ahead. We don't need to physically do nothing. We're waiting for the Lord to come back. All right, Malachi 1 and 2. I have loved you, saith the Lord. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord? Yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau. All right. So this is the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. So the Lord is speaking through Malachi to the children of Israel. Right? Because the Lord creates the words that we speak. Lord's will we be of the elect. Right? We get beamed up for speaking his words in sincerity and in faith and in truth. Right? In honesty. Right? 100% accurate doctrine of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. It says Malachi 1 and 3 in Salakia. Malachi 1 and 3. And I hated Esau. Alright? So the Lord, along with the Israelites, hate Esau, Edom, the entire nation, man, woman, and child, all you so-called white people. Now, of course, you have Israelites who may appear to look like the so-called white man, right? You got a lot of Jakes who look like so-called white people, right? Yet, if your line goes back to Esau, Edom, then the Lord hates you. It's just that simple. All right, so that, if you have, let's say, you're an Israelite, and it's you and your sister, right? And your sister marries, gets with a Edomite, like a real Edomite, a true, real deal Edomite, and they have children. Those children are Edomites. Those children are Edomite. Now, of course, you're not gonna just be at the dinner table. God hates y'all. Yet you gonna know in your mind, you gonna know, okay, these are children of the devil. These are devil children. All right. And if she asks, "Hey, can you can you babysit?" Hell no. You can't babysit them damn devils. Right? Being in this truth to have you like that. Hell no. If if you in this truth and you got a sister, right? Cuz I don't have any sisters, but if I had, let's say I had a sister and she got with a real deal Edomite, like we know through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai that he's an Edomite. You done really sat in the room and you come to the conclusion through the spirit, okay, this is Edomite. You ain't gonna want shit to do with her children, man. Y'all are tares. And that's why the scriptures speak about, mother against son, father against son, brother against brother, so on and so forth. This controversial. Shit, we be standing on that, and I know brothers can give testimonies of having a sister, female cousin, whatever the case is, aunt, whatever, who get with a real deal Edomite, trying to invite you to dinner. Is Brandon gonna be there? Yeah, Brandon's gonna be there. Then fuck no, I don't want to go. What is it to talk about? Especially now, shit. What is it to talk about in 2026 with the so-called white man? On the other side, and on the other side of that coin, you have a lot of men who are actually Israelites that look like so-called white people, right? They just may be attractive. They just may be attracted to, a dark-skinned woman. You see a lot of Jakes, like down here in Florida. You see it a lot. You'll see you'll see a guy. He looks like an Edomite, yet the way that he goes about things, the way that he carries himself, you can tell in his spirit that he's an Israelite. You see that a lot, Whether you're in the South, the North, whatever the case is, there's a lot of times you'll see him, and he'll be cool too. You got a lot of these guys. They may appear like so-called white people, yet they'll be cool as hell. They can dance, So even though we have a hatred for Esau Edom, even though we have a hatred for Esau Edom, we understand through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai that you're going to have Israelites that look, like all the nations. You got Israelites who look like Moabites, Japhites, Elamites, so on and so forth, Ammonites, Moabites. Malachi 1 and 3. And I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. So he's going to be, him as a nation is going to be completely destroyed. And all his little subgroups, whether it's the French, the Germans, right, the Polish, these are all different Edomites, so on and so forth. All right, all, and of course, if you go to France, if you go to Germany, Spain, you gonna have Israelites there as well. So not everybody who lives in France is an Edomite. The scriptures are complex, yet it's made simple through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Jake brain be overheating and frying and popping off sparks just trying to think about that. It's simple. All right, it's simple. The Lord hates you damn devils, and he loves the Israelites. And because 2/3 of Israel isn't going to recognize that love that the Lord has for them, they're going to be destroyed on this side, right? And then come back through the loins of the elect of the nation of Israel. Malachi 1 and 4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. So even though you have evidence that the Lord hates you, that you out of here, you through, you still believe, right? You damn devils, you still believe that it's business as usual. It's another day in the office. You gonna bounce back. We gonna rally. You're through. All right, it says Malachi 1 and 4 going down. We are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. Yeah, so y'all gonna build, but the Lord, he gonna throw down. It says, and they shall call them the border of wickedness. Yes, you the border of wickedness. You are the wicked. It says, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever. So he hates you. That's why once again, going back to the title of this video, we have no affiliation with MLK or you coons. Lord's will, we be of the elect of the nation of Israel. We have an entirely different position to defend. We not trying to get equality, inclusion. We wish we still had segregation, right? Keep us away from you damn devils. All right. And two-thirds of Israel is just pulling on the coattails of Esau, asking Esau for a free lunch ticket. And these damn devils talk you that. Ain't no such thing as a free lunch. Yo, brothers used to hear that, in economics class. It ain't no such thing as a free lunch. This devil, whatever he's doing for you, right? If it appears like he's trying to help you, he really done dug a pit. These different programs have ruined our people, man. Taking the man out of the house, taking away our heritage. All right, you devils, you got a lot to pay for, man. Malachi 1 and 5, it says, and your eyes shall see. Yes, so you going to see. You going to feel this. All right, and ye shall say, the Lord will be magnified from the border of Israel. So the Lord ain't going to be magnified from the Edomites, from the heathen. Where are the where are the heathen camps? Where are the heathen camps? You know? That's how you know that the men that are on the highways and byways, starting off with the elder apostles of Great Millstone on down, that's how you know we are the men of the Lord. Right? We say that humbly. We say that humbly. Starting off with the elder apostles of Great Millstone on down, we are the men of the Lord. We are the ones who are stomped upon, regarded as nothing. You know, meek, humble service of Yahweh Shem Shai. It's you proud ass devils, you proud ass heathens. Y'all are the ones who are trying to prop yourself up, you know, as messengers of the Lord. And you damn devils, you don't even get into the scriptures right. You heathens, you don't get into the scriptures right. You barely scratch the surface. All right, that's why it says that right here, that the Lord will be magnified from the border of Israel. It didn't say that you know, from the border of everybody. All right. And this is the spirit. This is spirit right here. Because this is basically what we constantly speak on. Right? Where are the heathen? Where are the heathen camps at? You know, y'all claim, you know, we not the prophets. Okay, where y'all prophets at? Right? Malachi 1:6. A son honoreth his father. Right? And a servant his master. If then I be a father, where is mine honor? So who's proclaiming the glory and the power of Yahweh Shem Shai? Who's out on the highways and byways? The Israelites, starting off with the elder apostles of Great Millstone on down. All right. It says, and if I be a master, where is my fear? Yeah, so where's the fear of the Lord at? You damn devils, you don't fear the Lord. You heathens don't fear the Lord. 2/3 of Israel don't fear the Lord. All right. Saith the Lord of hosts unto you, O priests that despise my name. And Martin Luther King is a part of that as well. Martin Luther King is a part of that as well. If his ass was still alive right now, he would most definitely be against the Hebrew Israelites, specifically Great Millstone. He probably, you know, MLK would probably be at a IUIC march. You know, and I just want to say that I'm glad, you know how he used to talk. He'd be sitting there having a damn fish fry with IUIC. Damn fool, man. Malachi 1:6 going down. It says, O priests that despise my name, and ye say, wherein have we despised thy name? Yeah. Well, how we going up against the Lord? All we saying is we want to be equal. We want to be friends with everybody. By you saying that, by you not recognizing your enemy, who is Esau Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, and the other nations, that's your enemy. Those are your enemies. By you not speaking on that and mentioning on that, you basically in league with them. And MLK was juiced in. You know, I don't know too much about MLK. You know, but just from what we know, he was juiced in. He was juiced in with them damn devils, man. Malachi 1:7. Ye offer polluted bread upon mine altar, and ye say, wherein have we polluted thee? Yeah, so you constantly you believe you serving the Lord, right? And you not serving the Lord. You serving white Jesus. All right, it says, in that ye say, the table of the Lord is contemptible. And that's why they always want to cast blame on the quote-unquote Hebrew Israelite movement. See, look. They doing this, they doing that. And that's why doctrine is so important, because if you're following the proper doctrine, the proper procedures, right, then you blameless. If not, if you out here teaching with with your head covered, saying all types of madness, doing all sorts of madness, now you full of blame. Now all the other nations are pointing, right, because of IUIC, ISUPK, GOCC, Sons of Thunder, WFI, who else? All these other groups. Now all the nations are pointing and saying, well, look, they doing this, they doing that, they having strippers at the Passover. They over here, they got, they got pipes on them. Here, you open carrying at camp. You done lost your mind, man. The truth is not in you. So now, because of that, it's blood on your hands as well. For making yourself, to look like a threat on purpose. To make, when you making yourself look like, a BHI. You presenting yourself a certain way. So now you believe that you're going to taint and pull down and destroy the message. Not possible. The elect of the nation of Israel is going to carry the doctrine of Yahweh Shem Yahushai all the way to the end. All the way until, right, Lord's will we be the elect. We're either beamed up, right, or we get put to death down here by E. Get beheaded for not taking the C-hip. Either way, pushing the doctrine of Yahweh Shem Yahushai the proper way, the right way. That's how you become blameless. All right? Bringing out his words. And those wasn't even MLK's words, man. I remember one of the, if it wasn't one of the elder apostles, it was, it was a brother. One of our many beloved brothers in the truth was bringing out the fact that MLK's speech was written by a small hat. And when you look at the different marches and the different video footage of MLK, every once in a while you'll see a small hat posted up in the background, right? Where was he getting a lot of that money from? Modern day church and all that money that he was getting, right? Those different publicity stunts he was pulling off, that was funded by E. Malachi 1:9, it says, and now I pray you, beseech Yahweh Shem Yahushai, that he will be gracious unto us, right, the elect, and nobody else. We don't want the Lord to be gracious to you damn devils, to you heathens. All right, for what? What you need grace for? Y'all got everything. Y'all good, chilling, right? It says, this have been by your means. Will he regard your persons, saith the Lord of hosts? Hell no, he ain't. Who is there even among you that will shut the doors for naught? Neither do ye kindle fire on mine altar for naught. I have no pleasure in you, saith the Lord of hosts. Neither will I accept an offering at your hand. Yeah, so all that kumbaya, akuna matata, all the pro-black, pro-Africa. Because you had a lot of Jakes who not only were pro-MLK, but pro-black. Which we are not black people. That don't even make no damn sense. Black. Neither will I accept an offering at your hand. So what MLK did, the Lord didn't recognize that as the right thing to do. He didn't recognize that as righteous. In fact, that's why he got deleted for going off. The wages of sin is death. And best believe for a fact that he knew about, the Hebrew Israelites in one form or another. Now, of course, around the time that he was alive, all the way up until his death. That it was around the time that the truth came out. So best believe he done heard that he was an Israelite for sure. For sure. Malcolm X, all of them. These different Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, all the way to these current guys now. These different TD Jakes, Creflo Dollars, they all know about the Israelites. Malachi 1:11. For from the rising of the sun even unto the going down of the same, my name shall be great among the Gentiles. And in every place incense shall be offered unto my name, and a pure offering. For my name shall be great among the heathens, saith the Lord of hosts. You gon' know who the Israelites are. You damn devils, you heathens. You gonna know that these aren't black people. These aren't Latinos, Native Americans. No, these are God's chosen people. When we ruling over you, because you see the different footage of MLK, you see the different, when he was up there in Chicago, go home, N-words. Jake getting kicked square in his ass, getting the dogs put on him, water hoses getting put on him, getting clubbed, beat, hung, lynched, stabbed, shot. Right? It's hell to pay for what you did to the children of Israel. And you can have cool niggas like MLK to defend you, to defend your actions, and say, oh, it's all good. Right? Love your neighbor. Hell no. We hate you. All right? And the Lord hates you. Malachi 1:12. But ye have profaned it, in that ye say the table of the Lord is polluted, and the fruit thereof, even his meat, is contemptible. And so that's why it's billions of dollars going towards blaming the Israelites, putting all these different groups. All these different groups are bankrolled by the Edomites, except for Great Millstone. We don't. Starting off with the elder apostle to haul on down, we the only ones who have not taken a bag. We ain't getting paid to bring out the word. We ain't getting paid to deceive people. We bringing out the truth of the scriptures in sincerity and in faith, 100% accurate, 100% for free. We not doing this for a check, man. Malachi 1:13. Ye said also, behold, what a weariness is it, and ye have snuffed at it, saith the Lord of hosts. And ye brought that which was torn, and the lame and the sick, thus ye brought an offering. Should I accept this of your hand, saith the Lord? And you took the Israelites, and you look what you turned them into, docile. Christianity has turned our people docile. They don't know who their enemy is. They don't know. They just love. I just love, brother. That's all I do. That's a typical Christian. Oh, I'm a lover, not a fighter. Which we not fighters either. We fight through the spirit. You don't see us clashing with these people. getting into it on a physical level. You don't see that. We just bringing out the word. All right, Malachi 1 and 14. But cursed be the deceiver, which hath in his flock a male, and voweth and sacrificeth unto the Lord a corrupt thing. For I am a great king, saith the Lord of hosts, and my name is dreadful among the heathen. So once again, Martin Luther King was coming with a false doctrine of togetherness, being one. No, hell no. We'll never. Hey, the scriptures speak about can two walk together lest they be agreed. Let's end it on that note. This is the book of Amos. I'm going to start off at verse 1 and read down to 3. Amos 3 and 1. Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. So, the Israelites who made it. The Israelites who made it out of Egypt, man, they were talking heavy. They were talking heavy shit. Wow, we out here in the wilderness. We out here in the wilderness. We want to go back. We want to go back. The Lord saved them out of that situation, and they still just wanted to go back. That's why this time the Lord is going to save his elect. All right. Amos 3 and 2. You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. Can two walk together except they be agreed? So we can't walk with you unless we walking in the same direction. You have the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel, right? Walking the straight gate. Walking that straight path. If you're not walking that straight path, we don't want nothing to do with you. All right, we don't affiliate with MLK, the modern day church, anybody else. We don't associate with nobody except for the elder apostles of Great Millstone on now, all right, who are pushing the doctrine of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. That's our position that we defend. We will die upon that hill, so to speak, defending the gospel, the gospel of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Right? Because MLK, he was coming with JC. He was coming with, okay, let's all just get along. No, man. You talking about the damn devil. You talking about our enemy. We ain't going to get along with our enemy. Amos 3 and 4. Will a lion roar in the forest when he hath no prey? Yeah. Will a young lion cry out of his den if he have taken nothing? You got this damn, here it is, you got this damn devil just devouring everybody, ruling over everybody. You getting a knee put on your damn neck, right? Yet he's not the devil. Amos 3 and 5, it says, can a bird fall in a snare upon the earth where no gin is for him? Yeah, so this damn devil, he's a snare. Like a walking stumbling block. He like a walking blade, right? And that's Esau Edom as a nation. Shall one take up a snare from the earth and have taken nothing at all? Yeah, so this damn devil, here it is, he's sitting there, he a damn snare, right? That's like a knife, right? A super sharp knife. Knife so damn sharp, you could drop an apple on the top of it and cut the apple in half. What you think that's being used for? Right? The scriptures speak about a sword being sharpened. Okay, this devil is doing what he is known for. He's being the wicked. Amos 3:6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it? Yeah, so the Lord is using Esau, Edom, right, to beat us down, to torture us. All right, we being tormented by this damn devil. All right, and how we counteract that? You turn to Yahweh Shem Shai, following the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability, seeking out Yahweh Shem Shai. This is full-time thing. Constantly in the scriptures. All right, never trusting our enemy. Not sitting up buddy, sitting there eating dinner with Esau. Here it is. He talking about equality, all this other shit. And you got different pictures. You got different pictures and videos of MLK sitting down with all sorts of damn devils, man. I'm gonna get just a little short video of MLK's time spent in Chicago, and just look at a couple of these damn devils, man. And a lot of these damn devils that were in these videos, they're alive to this day. Just like Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson. These men are still alive. They still walking around. They not young per se, but they're still able to walk around and talk and speak. It ain't like they 98 years old. No, they able to walk around. This wasn't too long ago where, the Israelites were getting dogs sicked on them, right? Wasn't even able to sit down and eat at the same restaurant. Wasn't even able to go inside. Wasn't even able to use the same bathrooms, water fountains, stores, right? And we supposed to believe that this damn devil, he done, turned a new leaf. Hell no. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get just that video of, you angry so-called crackers. You so-called white people. And you can feel the hatred in these videos. Right? And this is just what I could find. I'm going to just play a quick part of it. And then in the video.
And courage to help curb housing segregation in Chicago. While marching through Marquette Park and Gage Park in 1966, Dr. King and allies were violently confronted by white counter-protesters.
Oh, this is a terrible thing. I've been in many demonstrations all across the South, but I can say that I have never seen, even in Mississippi and Alabama, mobs as hostile and as hate-filled as I've seen in Chicago.
In the aftermath of Dr. King's assassination, Reverend Jesse Jackson was determined not to let Dr. King's initiatives go to the wayside in an effort.
And that's about it. But you can see here how they was handling him. Right? He was still speaking on being equals, equality. Man, whatever, man. And you still have these type of jakes. You still have these type of jakes still trying to lobby. You trying to lobby equality with Esau Edom. It ain't gonna happen, man. Luckily the Lord is coming back, for the elect of the nation of Israel. And, in the kingdom, MLK, he gonna be all right. He gonna come through the loins. He gonna come through the loins of the elect. All right, he passed away. Okay, he found out he was an Israelite. You know, we do not associate with MLK. We do not associate with any sort of black equality movement, right? Civil right. We don't associate with any of that. We associate with the 100% accurate doctrine of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem HaKakwadash. The scriptures, man. From the elder apostle to Tahar on down. We associate with the prophecies, right? We don't associate with this. This ain't something, this ain't something. We don't sit around upset. Oh, RIP. You sad. No, man. And that's part of coming out of this place is understanding that the different leaders that Esau Edom sets up and gives us, these are not our leaders, man. This nigga was a coon. Alright, so with that, Lord's will, you are edified. Call halal, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, GMS, who rule well and teach well and taught us his truth, as well as the sincere salutations to the elders out there in Connecticut, right? Elder bishops, right, out there in Connecticut, along with you brothers out there laboring through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right, to you, I say Shalom, and Abba Ball, and Kwame Asher Allah. Shalom.